Welcome, everybody. Fiona Pearman and Kate Bora, and joining you today to talk about something that we know is really important, self-awareness. In fact, we think this is so important, we consider it a superpower. What we know about self-awareness is that most of us are a bit deluded about how much self-awareness we have. Harvard conducted some really cool studies a few years ago and found that 70 or 80% of us say, yep, I'm self-aware. I know what's going on for me. I know what's happening. But when they crunched the data and they looked at really what it takes to be self and other aware, less than 15% of people were able to meet that criteria. So we know it's something that's very powerful, but there's often a very big gap between where we are and where we need to be from a self-awareness perspective.
Yeah, I think this is really powerful because is something that is completely within your control, right? Your ability to develop your self-awareness, or how I like to see it is to make visible things that have previously been invisible, or to see things that previously we've not been able to see. Our ability to be self-aware means we are aware of, or we can see what is important to us. We can see and articulate underlying drivers of behaviors, of thoughts, of feelings as well, really. And here we talk a lot around our beliefs, which are often drivers of behavior, but not things that many people are consciously aware of. And I think the other really important one is assumptions we make. Often in life, we go around making choices, saying things with a whole lot of things that we assume around what's possible, about what other people believe, all of those sorts of things. And so to be aware of, to be able to articulate your beliefs and your assumptions is really powerful. I think the other thing is awareness, not just of beliefs, assumptions, what's important to us, but also some of the things that might be stopping us from getting in the way of achieving what we want in career and life. And when we can see, or we make visible, things that previously have been invisible or unseen by us, it allows us to make decisions. It allows us to take action, to shift beliefs, to challenge some of those assumptions, or equally it allows us to do nothing, right? Maybe it's just acceptance of that's the way something is and I'm okay with that.
There's a lot to unpack here, and I think why we know this has been so incredibly transformative is nearly all of the clients we work with come to us, and probably the biggest piece of work we do is illuminate things that were previously unseen and invisible. And so people now have more data, more knowledge, more availability to what's really going on, rather than maybe what their mind thought was going on. And as we get more knowledge, as we're able to see things differently, we can choose different outcomes, different actions. And the ability to stay with the discomfort of things that were previously unseen. This can be a bit challenging at first. It's often why we resist it, why we don't like having to, embark on this journey of self-awareness. But nearly everybody, or in fact, everyone I've worked with, and myself included, on the other side of learning more, of knowing more, of understanding those unconscious drivers, comes agency and freedom. And I think this is what it's all about. And we see this time and time again in our programs, particularly our Acts of Confidence program. The transformation that happens as I become aware of what was previously driving my behavior, holding me back. And as I can see that, I can make different choices. I can get clear, I can prioritize in a different way, and I'm supporting myself to keep going with it because it now makes sense to me. It's not just an external, you should do this or you should do that. It's something that I own within me. And when we do that, there's so much freedom, there's so much expansiveness. And I think that's the exciting thing about the work we get to do, Kate.
Yeah, absolutely. And so much personal power that comes from that. And it takes us from being reliant or having expectations of others needing to change, or situations needing to change, to agency around what is it that I can do? What are the choices I'm making? What are the beliefs or the stories I'm choosing to tell myself. And that is the critical piece. That is where the transformation happens. And the beautiful part is it's just a matter of making the choice to build your own self-awareness. There's work to be done. Absolutely. To your point earlier, it can be really uncomfortable when we see sometimes that perhaps the only reason we haven't achieved something that we want was because of a belief that we've held or assumption that we've been making that potentially is incorrect. And so there is so much opportunity, so much possibility, so much freedom, to your point, that comes with self-awareness, and our ability to have the courage to step in the self-awareness journey, and it is a journey. It provides such an opportunity, and what we know is that it provides clarity. Active confidence number one: get clear and make decisions. Clarity is key to be able to make decisions, to take action, to say yes, to say no. Active confidence number 6, set and enforce boundaries, something we know which is really critical. So self-awareness is so critical to really all our work and all of the acts of confidence. And so encouraging you to even just use this video as an opportunity to think about how self-aware you are. What are some of the tools, the strategies? We teach that in Acts of Confidence. That's really one of the critical outcomes of the program, is to really raise your self-awareness so you have that agency, that you have access to those opportunities, those possibilities. It's starting to think about what is it? What's my relationship with self-awareness like? What are the tools? What are the ways with which I choose to grow and develop and expand my self-awareness? And we'll have lots more to say over the course of the next month as we start to unpack this really important topic with you.